Should you buy your screen rack or should you build your own? If you're a new printer, you're more than likely starting off in a smaller space. I started off in a 2-car garage and upgraded into the studio, which a lot of people don't know. It's only about 600 square feet that I'm actually working in. We recently just did a video, I'll put the video right here, about our overall flow in our studio. And one of the things I really showed everybody was just how I had to get creative with screen storage. When you're starting out screen printing, you're gonna need a screen rack. Most people is gonna go with option 1, which is DIY. DIY can look like a lot of different things. If you're like some master welder, go ahead, go for it, build that nice metal, you know, that fits 100 screens in one rack. However, I am not, and I built this thing out of some nice scrap wood that was completely free, and of course I had to paint it black. The biggest thing with DIY is that it doesn't cost a whole lot of money. However, it does cost time. Option number 2, you buy a screen rack and you're done. All you do is you jump online, pick your favorite supplier, order it, it comes in, you put it together, and it's done. This is the expensive route. You're gonna spend anywhere from $300 to $500 for a screen rack, but there's a lot less time invested. When it comes to screen racks, we chose option number 3, which is the mod option. I wasn't quite ready to spend the full retail price on a screen rack, so I jumped on Amazon and found some baking racks that almost worked, but I knew I had to modify them. So the rack that I found on Amazon, I saw the dimensions on the width for the screens to slide into, and it was 18 inches. And as you all know, a screen size, a typical one we use, is 20 inches wide by 24 inches long. So I knew I had to adjust the brackets and make the brackets 20.5 inches wide to give that 1/4 of an inch on each side so that the screen will slide in the rack smoothly. So these are the brackets that come with the baking rack. They're a little over 18 inches wide. I need them to be 20.5 inches wide to give about a 1/4 of an inch on each side of our 20 by 24 screen going in the rack. So I had this idea. How could I make this bracket? What do I make it out of? Then it hit me. I'm gonna use an old aluminum screen that is hollow, and I am gonna cut 20.5 inches and slide this bracket inside, and then all I have to do is buy longer bolts. To do this modification, you're gonna need a longer bolt than what it came with. My advice to you is to take this smaller bolt to your local hardware store and just say, hey, I need a 3-inch bolt to fit the new brackets. All right, this is what you do for every single bracket. I'm gonna show you it up close and personal, how we do it. So these actually are little brackets that came with it. So I'm gonna stick that right there. We are gonna put that right there. We're not gonna push it all the way through yet. So this is the bracket that we made, and this is the one that came with. Slide it in. So now we're gonna slide this in and we're gonna thread it into the bracket inside. Just thread the bolt into the bracket that it came with, just a little bit, so you can attach it on the other side. All right, so now you're gonna do the same thing over here. You're gonna slide that bolt in, but you have to eyeball and make sure you get that threaded in the center bracket. And now they're both in. So now we just need to tighten everything up. I have socket wrenches on each side and just slowly crank so it's evenly pushed together. So on this top bracket, I want to push the bottom of this. When it's standing up, it's the bottom of the bracket. Push it all the way flush with this right here. I can allow a bigger screen thickness wise to get in this top spot. And there you have it, people. This rack is built. Check this out. Slides in nicely. The cool thing about doing it this way is that you actually, after you can coat up to 20 screens, put it in this rack, and they can dry nice with plenty of space in between screens. After those are dry, you can grab the coated screens and double up and put 2 just like that, then you can fit a grand total of 39 screens in this rack. The reason why you can't fit 40 is because this middle bracket is a little thicker, and so it's like a 1/8 of an inch too short to fit 2 screens on there. But there you have it. This rack is affordable. It's can fit a lot of screens and really help with storage. And looks good. So if you want to take this screen rack up one more level, I actually purchased one of these plastic covers just to keep the dust out of your completely reclaimed screens or your screens that are coated with emulsion. Just protects them from dust and shirt fibers flying up on them. Then if you want to take it up one more notch, you can have Jared Day's wife sew you a black cover, and all she did was add 1 inch from the dimensions of the plastic cover, and now I can have fully coated screens that aren't burned yet, and I can drag this cart anywhere I want to. By doing this, we can pull the rack out of the dark room and still keep the screens light safe. At the end of the day, you need to find out what works best for your budget and your schedule. The reason why I came up with this idea is because I didn't want to spend a lot of money buying a screen rack, and I didn't want to spend a lot of time building one myself. I hope this helps you guys out. Seriously, build one, let us know, tag us on all the social medias, and yeah, I hope this video is just, a nice little screen printing hack for you in the shop. And I want to give a shout out to the sponsor on this video, Shirt Show. Thank you guys. Not really. Shirt Show is not a sponsor. However, they're really cool dudes. Go check out their podcast, watch their videos. They talk a lot about shop hacks and, how to make things easier for you guys. But seriously, thanks so much for watching. Drop us a comment. Please subscribe if you haven't. Helps us out. Or not. I mean, that's fine too. I'll see you later. Arf on you later. I hate you, Corey.